What's going on, my fellow trolls? It's your boy Trolltech here for another video. As always, I'm glad everyone is here because today we're watching the Chill music video by Stray Kids. So my plan right now is to go through these songs through the album. So I'm going through the Maxident album right now, just mainly because I was choosing which album I would do, and I watched the interview with Eric Nam and stuff, and they were talking about the Maxident album. So I was just like, let's do the Maxident album first, and then we'll go to other albums and stuff. I'm going to go through the songs in those albums instead of just being randomly picking songs. So in this video, I'm only doing one song, and the reason for that is this, right? I want to listen to it twice. That's the goal. So I'm going to listen to it first as if to get my reaction, my basic reaction. And the second time, we're going to go through the lyrics and kind of analyze the lyrics. Because a lot of people were saying, like, can you talk more about the lyrics and like review and analyze the lyrics and stuff? And I was like, okay, we'll try this. If you like this, we'll do it like this from now on. We'll do one music video, but we'll fully analyze the shit out of it. So there is that. I also want to thank everyone for the support on my last video where we had a bit of the drama. A lot of people were really cool about it. So I appreciate that. So let's get into Stray Kids Chill without further fucking ado. Okay, so first listen, we're just listening to it and reacting to the sides, and then we're going to delve into the lyrics. Okay, Changbin. Okay, Felix. Okay, Chan. Okay, Lino. Okay, Hyunjin. Okay, Han. Nah, these guys all looking absolutely nice. Oh, this is a vibe. I like that kind of jazzy vibe to it. This is also kind of like very like the beat goes hard. Ooh, this is crazy. I like how it's just like purely vocals. Like previously, we would have had a rap verse by now. Okay, Lino, with your pretty ass face. Now, why is Lino so pretty in this, actually, though? Hyunjin's looking nice as always. I don't even need I don't even need to comment on Hyunjin's beauty anymore because it's just like, we know. Like, we know he's beautiful, you know? Wait, I'm gonna pause it a bit. Let me just adjust my camera. I think I like this side view more. I think the side view is the best view. Sorry. Ian is looking so good in this. Bro, Han is absolutely amazing in this. Like, everything. I'm liking Sungmin as well in this. I'm liking all of the boys, to be honest. Oh yeah, my boy. Here he is. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Respect. Put respect on my boy's name. Okay, Changbin. This is fire. Like, I didn't think I would like it too much because there's not a lot of verses of rap, but I'm really liking it. Okay, so wait, let's just continue until it ends. My boy Chan looking fucking amazing. Okay, so before we get into like analyzing the lyrics, what I want to talk about really is everyone was so nice looking in this, and everyone was so talented in this. I love how we had genuinely. I feel like everyone had an equal performance in this. Like there wasn't anyone where I was like, oh, I want to see more of this or this. I feel like generally they had a lot of content in there. However, if I was to choose an MVP, performance-wise, look-wise, just vibe-wise, Han was my favorite in this. I think Han was very crazy talented in this. He was beautiful, his looks, his movements, like everything about Han in this I really loved. And it was just so like in my face. You know what I mean? Like he was so in my face. Like all my attention went to him. Chan, obviously, absolutely a ball of fucking talent. And I love him in everything I see him in. But the MVP was Han, which is interesting because slowly but surely I'm getting obsessed with this guy as a performer. I can't say too much personality wise because I haven't seen a lot of Han, but music wise, he is so fucking talented. I can't even put it into words. Okay, so now it's time to go through the lyrics. I love the beat on this. Lino is so fucking pretty in this. See, why are you looking at me? Wait, sorry. Look at this. Look at the way he looks at me. Please. Like, why? Why would you do that, Han? Like, why would you look at me like that? Don't look at me like that. Like, if you didn't look at me like that, I feel like my attention wouldn't have been drawn as much to Han as it would have. But like, I feel like this just made me be like, it was like Han saying, look at me, motherfucker. Obviously, and then his performance. Okay, like, wait. Chill, bro, chill. Can you slow down? Okay, like cutting water with a knife, the arguments never stop. Okay, so that's pretty, I think, simple. It's like a toxic relationship, you know, it's a relationship about to collapse, and like cutting water with a knife, it's like, it's impossible. It's impossible to reach a resolution. It's like stupid to do so. Like the arguments are never stopping. It's always happening. Like, you know, it's never gonna change. Like it's never gonna result in anything because it's just like having these arguments and trying to find a resolution. Cutting water with a knife is just as hopeless. You know what I mean? Like it's that vibe. It was like it didn't work out in the first place. Okay, so this is like talking about previously in relationship, we had a good time, like we connected, we could understand each other, but that's no longer the case. So why isn't that the case? I think that's the vibe we're getting there. We're just different. Like our values and our ideals and what we want doesn't align anymore, maybe, like that idea. But then maybe there's like a miscommunication within the relationship because he's like, that's maybe what I thought. Maybe I was wrong about it. Or it could also mean maybe I was wrong to feel like this relationship would ever work in the first place. Even if we hold hands, we look the other way. That's an interesting line. It's like the idea of outwardly we're showing this image to people. We're saying we together and we're happy, but in reality, it's like we are being affectionate, but we're not being affectionate. We're not there in the moment. We're trying not to be there in the moment. There's a disconnect happening, right? So yeah, this is what I'm talking about, this disconnect. All conversations go in a different direction. So like we're talking about something, but they're not having the same conversation. Right? You know, when you talk to someone, you are trying to get a point across and you're trying to talk about something, but they're understanding the conversation to be different to what you're having. So the conversation you're having is different to the conversation that they're having. So there's this disconnect. There's no like understanding of what's happening, if that makes sense. Feelings in this affectionless conversation are just like a gum stuck to an empty trash can. So it's like useless. It's trash. We're not going to reach anywhere. Okay, what was it? Let's go back. The ticking sound of a clock, tick-a-tock. In silence, there's awkwardness in the air. So I feel like the first line is talking about like the idea of like, we're wasting our time in this relationship. And then in silence, there's awkward in the air. And I think this is like talking about the idea that like, usually if you're in a healthy relationship, silence and anything like that can be comfortable, and it's a comfortable silence and it's relaxing. But because of the tenseness of their relationship, the tensions, the toxicity and all that, silence becomes something that is kind of almost unbearable. There's a tension when silence happens, right? Because the relationship is not healthy anymore. For many reasons, India is feeling guilty about me. So I feel like it's the idea of like this relationship is so broken that even though you don't outwardly show it, you have a guilt towards me in your eyes because of all these external factors, right? Okay, will you step aside? When I said that rather than sorrow, I felt relieved. So I think that's just talking about like finally come to the decision of breaking up and being like, let's end this. This isn't going anywhere. This is toxic. And then feeling that relief of ending that finally. You're finally like, I'm free from this. I don't need to deal with it. It's done. And you realize the toxicity of that situation once you've left it, and you feel that relief, that, you know, overwhelming relief almost. Yes, you, that's you, thank you, right now. Okay, yeah. We burn each other. We're going to break together. We burn each other's other valuable days. Okay, so let's dissect those two lines. So we're going to break together. We burn each other's valuable days. So the idea of like, if we remain together, we're going to continually burn and break each other until we are these humans that we don't recognize anymore. We're going to shatter each other. We're going to destroy each other. So if us staying together, nothing good is going to happen. We're just going to be destroyed from who we are. And this relationship's just going to get more toxic, and we're going to become more toxic, and that kind of idea. And also you're going to waste each other's time and waste each other's days that could otherwise be happy and valuable, and right. Even if we throw away everything, we don't regret. Okay, and so that's the idea of like, okay, this is a relationship that happened and it didn't work out and something happened, but like we don't regret the times and like the time we put into this relationship and forming this relationship, because it, you know, molded us or is an important experience in our lives. Okay, so this idea of like, look, this relationship happened, don't obsess and don't get angry and don't get bitter about it. Just don't worry about me. Do your own thing. Live your own life. Like, understand who you are as a person. So, and then, yeah, we got like, don't involve yourself with me. Throw everything away so we don't have any regrets. Leave. Let's completely cut our ties, right? That's the idea. This is all my interpretation. So if I'm getting it wrong, or if you think I'm getting it wrong, you interpret it in a different way. It is what it is. But, wash away all the feelings that cooled fast. Okay, so yeah, again, it's like, forget about me. That's like, get rid of your feelings. We don't need them anymore. We can't be together. It's not going to work. The feelings are only going to be bitterness in the future. Yeah. The arguing and decision making can come later. Okay, so like that idea of like, we don't need to iron out all the details right now. Right now, we just need to be apart so we can have a sense of like kind of come back to us, and then in the future we can be like, this is the way it's gonna work. This is the way, like, it would, whether it was like, you know, a mutual thing, or who's at fault or whatever. That all that shit, we can worry about that later. But for now, we need to kind of heal on our own. And again, it's like, this relationship will not happen. This is done. Like, this is done. We've ironed out the details. This is not ever happening. Whatever the fuck else happens, we will never ever be together. Like, that's pretty, like, blatant. That's what he's saying. Again, yeah. Okay, so now we have the idea of like, even if I raged about it, or did this about it, or fought about it, or did this, or whatever I did about it, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't fucking matter, because you're going to, the person opposite is willing to end everything and forget about everything and erase all of that shit, right? So it's like, it's that idea of like, it doesn't matter what one party wants to do if the other party doesn't want to do the same thing. You know what I mean? So knowing that there's no chance for a future, it allows the person who maybe still wants that future or the chance of it to be like, okay, even if that was an option, I can't do that because you don't want that. So they have a kind of sense of closure in that. Why are you tearing up and pretending you won't? So it's almost like the one party is like, knows what that other person really wants, even though that person doesn't really know what they want, because they don't realize that they really want to end the relationship. But based on how the relationship has cooled down and it's like cold now and they're fighting all the time, it's obvious it's reached an end. So we analyzed these lyrics already, so I'm not really pausing it. Break together. I love this song though. My boy Chan. So we analyzed all this stuff, so that's why I'm not doing it. Okay, we're great actor duo. So this is, again, goes back to what I was saying, like, they're, to the outside world, they are showing this happy, loving relationship. We, the perfect couple, this and that, right? That's a very common theme, I think, in a lot of relationships. And that's kind of what they're bringing attention to, that we're not in love. This isn't a relationship. This is not healthy because we're acting, right? At home, we're fighting. We hate each other, basically. It's cold. It's angry. And outside, we're smiling, holding hands, kissing, and all this other stuff, right? So that's a very, I think, good line. Such a vibe. Okay, so that was the song and the lyrics. That was really fun stuff. That was a really fun video to record. I really enjoyed that. And I really enjoyed actually analyzing the lyrics because it felt like I got a greater appreciation for their skill as lyricists as well as performers, rappers, and all that other stuff, right? So I really enjoyed this actually. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're not aware, I probably will put it in my community tab, but episode 3 for Two Kids Room should be out when this video is uploaded on my Patreon. It will also be out a week later on YouTube, but if you want early access to it, it's on my Patreon. Anyway, goodbye.